Hey everybody, how you doing? Working. Hey, it is Thursday, March 24th, and this is Women's History Month. I am on lunch and I I'm here. So this is what I'm here for. To say it's Women's History Month, and during this Women's History Month, we often focus on people who are like totally just world shakers and world changers. And there are so many women who are world changers who you may not hear about on the news and your history books and books in education. They may not have holidays or anything like that named after them, but they are heroes. And so I want to encourage you to do some personal reflection. I'm doing it too. So I'm just at this point in this message, I'm kind of talking about what I am doing and what the individuals in my group are doing, but we're actually just taking time to say thank you to people who were world changers in our own sphere of influence. No one else may know, but something they did definitely changed your life. And so there are some women that I want to give kudos to who may not actually be in the history books yet. They may not have documentaries filmed after them, but something they did impacted me in such a way that I feel like my life is better for it. And so for this Women's History Month, let me take this time. And of course, I do something on my, a little more personal and one on one. But I want to give kudos. I want to give kudos out to Molly Robinson, who took the time to not just pray for me and spend time with me, helping me navigate and understand things personally, but also help me when I was in Atlanta have a place to stay that was a safe place when I was making changes in my life. And she was there. She didn't charge me anything for it. She fed me. She never made me feel like I owed her for something that she did. She never asked for anything in return, but she loved on me. And her name is Molly Robinson. And some of these people are here, and some of these people have gone on to be, into the next phase with the Lord. Brenda Johnson, same thing in Tulsa, Oklahoma, just loving on me, helping me navigate. Even when there were relationships that were strained, she would always say to me, preserve the relationship. Do you want to preserve the relationship? And that helped me to make better choices and not get sprung out of shape just because me and someone else may not have the same mindset. You can still preserve the relationship. You don't have to agree with everything. So she always helped me with preserving relationships. Kristen Budd gave me an opportunity, to really work with the youth in an area that I had not done in Oklahoma. And it was awesome. I ended up taking mission trips, being able to see other parts of the world and see how other people operated. It's the bomb. So, these are people, again, who something they did had a positive effect in my life that I believe affects individuals positively through me, too. And so, on this Women's History Month, I'm just saying some history that I have with some women who rocked the game. And again, they may not have a documentary yet, but it's coming. Lisa at Cruisen Youth Center, Waria Raymond, Amy Turpinning. And I was scared to even, some of you may not know this, but I was scared to even step up to the mic without just busting into it like a profuse sweat, like, and I get to speak now and I get to help others learn to speak to larger rooms. But Amy Turpinning took the time with me there and was like, hey, you were created for this. This is part of your purpose. And I'm like, they're all going to laugh at you. She's like, no, they're not. And so I want to give kudos to her, Sharon Green Golden in the sterilization world. She's traveled the world teaching about sterilization for over 30 something years, has been on the Today Show. But somewhere she found it in her heart to spend time with me and help me learn and navigate things in this industry that I've only been in just under a decade. And so these are people who did something that affected my life. And these are women, these are powerful women. And whatever, I'm giving you your flowers now. Kudos to you. Thank you for that. And because of something these women have done, I'm in a position that I can do things not just for women, but even for other individuals. So Women's History Month, these are the names I'm calling out. Dr. Connie Lane, MD, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, her and Dr. McElwain. Dr. Connie Lane, some of y'all will laugh at this, but Dr. Connie Lane is the first person I know of that called me bossy to my face. And she was like, well, you're bossy. And I was like, what? No, I'm not bossy. She's like, yeah, you're bossy. And so I was like, okay, you know, I love that because somebody else may have called me bossy in a break room or at the water cooler or in a phone conversation. But by her saying it to me, she's like, you're bossy. It made me be aware of that behavior and like, okay, I need to adjust. Obviously, I don't know how I land with individuals. And I appreciate her telling me the truth and helping me with that. Who else? Bonnie, Gina Stoltz, so many people, Pastor Sally, Pastor Linda, just different women. Something they did helped me be better at this point in my life. And I want to just say kudos to them because there are women every day who are making history, who are changing the trajectory of people's lives, even if it's encouraging them so that they're having a better day than they started with that morning. That is part of women's history. And a lot of times we get so caught up in the documentaries and the superstars. And kudos to the lady who's, going through the confirmation hearings now. Woo-hoo, kudos to her. But there's so many other women who every day just encouraging people doing what they can and what we can to make things better. Jelena Simpson, yeah, you are a history maker as well. Jelena is another colleague of mine. Nothing in it for her. Just like, hey, this is a way. She taught me to say a way, not the way. And I'll be like, well, this is the best way to do it. She would say it's a way. And I love that. Let me tell you something. People don't take time and spend time with individuals that they don't, if there's if they know it's not going to be there. And sometimes if you don't have the money or the status or something in it for someone else, some people won't deal with you or some people won't give you that time. But there are people who will do that. And I believe there are more people who will than who won't. It's just the ones who won't may be more visible sometimes. So kudos to Jelena, because when I first got in John Maxwell, she's always been there since day one. Like, hey, this is a way. This is a way. When I didn't have anything except for a lot of enthusiasm, she's there with me. And so I want to just say, whoop, whoop. Okay, Harry, I see you. Thank you. Saying it's not working well on LinkedIn. Also, Harry saying he want to thank his mother. His father died when he was a freshman in high school. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Women's Month right there. Say thank you. Give people their flowers. Give them their flowers, even if you can, while they are alive. And so for that Women's Month, like I said, I'm on lunch. For that Women's Month, let's do that personal reflection there. If you think about somebody you haven't talked to them in 15, 20 years, send them an email, send them a text message. Send them a text message, not asking them to come to an event or anything, just saying, hey, thank you. I remember this, and this is how this affected me, and it's put me in a better position because of this. So thank you for the love, for the passion, for the patience, for the insight, for the encouragement, for the discipline, for the truth telling. Dr. Connie Lane, you're bossy, for somebody who will say the truth to you. People have to love you a little bit to tell you the truth and still rock with you. Still rock with you. So kudos there. The second part of this video is I want to say it's the month of spring too. Even though it's Women's Month, it is the month of spring. And so there's this kid joke that says, what flower grows on your face? And of course, tulips, because you have two lips. And so when I see tulips, it reminds me that each year, even each day, there's an opportunity to bring something forth again. Something new is growing. And every time I'm in spring, I'm like, woo, things are growing all around. And so this is like the best time to really to not just be ready and set, but to go for whatever it is you're wanting to go for. And the last part of this is tulips. Use it to remember what you've done, what you've accomplished, what others have done, what they've accomplished, what you want to do and what you want to accomplish. And let those tulips serve as a reminder and as a spark, as a catalyst for you to begin to move in that direction. And how you can do that is, here's the tip. Stay with me for these next 2.5 minutes. This is a tip to help with goals. I know there's so many out there. You can get some on YouTube, on Instagram, on wherever. But here's what I'm going to share with you today. List your aspirational and your inspirational goals. List your aspirational goals and your inspirational goals. And then I want you to take those goals and put it in a pie form. If you have 16 goals, you have 16 slices of pie. If you have 4 goals, you have 4 slices of pie. But put it in a pie form. I'm a little more artsy and spreadsheets. Though I use them when I go for my goals, I like to look at pie charts in different colors because that helps me focus. So put it in a pie form. And then select which piece of pie you want to work on, you want to eat, you want to chew on first. Take that pie, put it on another plate, whether that's another piece of paper or just cut it out, however it works for you to stick with you, to stick to you, to give you some stick to itness with it, whatever it means, get that piece of pie for you. Once you get that piece of pie, put the rest of the pie up, refrigerate it, put it in a bookshelf, whatever you're going to do with those other goals. But that piece of pie that you want to work on, that you want to taste and chew on right now, put it on a plate by itself. I want you to look at it. I want you to think on it. I want you to think, what will make it successful? What can I do today to help bring it to fruition, to help bring it to pass? I want you to reverse engineer it. What, this pie looks so good. How did it get to looking like this? You know, what in this pie? And then you just reverse engineer from the place you want to be to where you are now. And once you reverse engineer it, decide within yourself, say, I don't want to chew on anything else but this. Work only on that piece of pie. So let your activities of the day focus on that pie, the things you're building, the areas you're investing in, whether that's financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You know, pray about your stuff. I know you're not supposed to say prayer, whatever, man. Pray about your stuff, you know, and work on that piece of pie. Work on that piece of pie. And then after you've completed that pie and the pie is really good, you know what? You can get another piece of pie. But that's what I wanted to share with you all today on this Monday. This is Thursday. On this Thursday, March 24th, Women's Month. It's spring and people are focusing on their goals. I'm excited that conferences and things are opening back up. I'm about to be able to see some of you face to face. I have some engagements coming up. I'm so excited about it. I want to tell you about it right now, but I'm not going to, because this is me sharing something that was personal and just saying, hey, life is good. Tell people thank you. Think about the women that you've met, that you've interacted with, that have been there, that have done things that just wowed you. You know, some women have come through. They have come through for you. They have come through right on time. Pull up on me. They've done it. And they've had the words. And again, they may not have documentaries written after them, but man, go back and just say thanks for that. Say thanks for that. And for those of you who that's happened to, do your utmost if you can to be that for someone else. Not because they're going to pay you, not because you're going to get all these pats on the back or everybody has to know. No, I'm talking about that stuff that happens when no one knew and there's nothing in it for them. Now you be that for somebody else. You be that hope, you be that hand, you be that encouragement for someone else. And again, tulips, every time you see tulips, I don't care what color they are, I hope they remind you that nothing is truly dead, that things can come around again. You can replant it, repot it, water it, do whatever, watch it grow fresh and anew each year. And then list out your pie. List out your pie. If you don't know what I'm talking about there, just scoot back in this video, listen to it again. All right, so make today great. Y'all be good. Hey, Harry, I'll see you in San Antonio. I will be there at HSPA. I'll see you there. And you too, Jelena. Y'all be safe and God bless. And if there's ever anything I can do for you, with you, to you, I don't know how that would look, just let me know.